This is the 2025 Veto Pro Pac catalog. And what's funny, I have to sign NDAs, I have to do all this in secrecy, can't show off too much or say anything realistically. They watch everything that we do. Yet this catalog comes out right after New Year's. And then if you go to the AHR Expo, everything in here is going to be displayed. So again, if you guys are in the Orlando area or if you go to the AHR Expo, make sure you stop by the Veto booth. These bags mostly all of them will be there. Every time that I've had something that I can't talk about, I go to the show and it's there out in plain sight. So you guys can see a lot of these hands-on. You can play with them. You can have them tell you about it. They'll gladly discuss everything. And and the expo is a great place to see new tools and products from everybody there. Hola, what is up, everybody? If you're new here, take a second, go down there, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the like button. I'll wait. But in all seriousness, in today's video, I wanted to go over some of the new Veto Pro Pac bags that are supposed to be released throughout the year. So funny enough, if you guys are new here and you don't know who I am, and I'm an HVAC contractor here in Texas, and a lot of you might already know if you've seen any of my videos that I am a Veto Pro Pac ambassador. Funny enough, I don't get access or know what's coming out, like every little bag or everything that they do. I've had help in designing, and if you go to their YouTube channel, you do see me and a few others that I know pop up as their video guys. They're people that review and test and make videos on the Veto bags themselves. So if you guys go check out their YouTube channel, you can see that. I always try to do videos here on the channel too. I've already had a few of you guys tell me that you want to see reviews on certain bags, whether they came out last year or you see something in the catalog. Which, funny enough, quick shout out to Morgan's Maintenance. I don't know if I'm on a blacklist. I don't know if I'm gonna get a phone call after this video goes live because I could not download the catalog whatsoever. I kept getting an error. So if you guys have already seen the catalog, you got it, or you tried, let me know if you guys have seen it. If not, we're gonna go over all the newer stuff, and I'm actually gonna take you through the process of the stuff that I did know that was coming, the stuff that maybe, because a lot of times they ask me questions, we'll do surveys, we test random bags and stuff like that, and they take our feedback into account. So then some of these bags I knew about, some of these bags based on the questions I was asked, it made sense. That's what they came out with. I'm not told everything, so I don't know everything, but there's a few bags that I was like, oh, okay, that's what that question was for. That's what that phone call was for. So we'll get into all of that. It is getting chilly out, so if you guys haven't seen the new merch, I got a brand new merch store. I know some guys had issues with the previous one, but you can get the Too Sweet Special Edition long sleeve. We do have the traditional black and white, the black and red, and some podcast In Trades We Trust shirt, and also HVAC Knights, and some of the old stuff that I brought in with some new designs. So go check it out at reliablehvacr.net and grab some merch. I do have hats coming and other little specialty items that I'll be doing pretty soon. And if you guys catch me at AHR, I might be giving away some stuff. It's in Orlando. If you guys don't know, there's an expo for HVAC trades. Anybody, manufacturer-wise, company-wise, is gonna be there showing off a lot of new items. One being Veto Pro Pac. They have a pretty big booth there, the whole little section where you can walk around, and it's basically like a little store too. You can buy bags, because I know a lot of guys are in the Florida area. If you guys go down to this expo, it's free to go, it's free to get in. You just have to register online, or you can do it at the door, but the lines get pretty long. If you go there, the Veto bags are usually discounted pretty heavily. They have a lot of their shirts and hoodies and beanies and stuff like that for sale as well, if you guys want some shirts. And not only do you get discounts, I've heard people say if they buy enough, they get some free stuff with it. So it's a pretty cool booth to stop by at. This AHR Expo is in Orlando, and I'll be there. I'll also be at Spectraline. We got Ambro Controls. I'll be at Diversitech, and then I'll be at the Podcast Pavilion twice. Once with HVAC Knights, which is Cooling with Kraus, and HVAC Guy. I'm sure you know them. And then my podcast will be on Wednesday morning. And then I've been asked to podcast all throughout the show. You'll see me at Danfoss, Heatcraft, and Freon, the actual brand Freon, among other manufacturers. I think I'm doing something with Copeland as well. So I'll be there podcasting, going all around, hanging out. I'll be at the show if you guys are in the Orlando area, or if you're making the trip. Of course, I'll be at the HVAC Tactical Awards as well. So it's going to be fun. Hope to see you guys there, and let's get into the video. So a lot of cool stuff here to look at. We'll go over mostly what's new and some differences, and if I knew of any of these or helped with any of them. All right, so I'm gonna skim through it real quick. There is Roger himself. I'm just gonna go look for the bags that I know of. So they have the EDC backpack, which great for traveling, honestly, or if you're an outdoor person. They have new colors. This little desert tan color and the midnight navy. The midnight one speaks to me. If that would have been out, I probably would have got that one because it matches our uniform. I have the olive green. I used to have the black one. I gave that one to my dad. Now this is their everyday carry. I will just make a quick note here, because some guys are, the price and, everything, because the backpacks are like $300. And the lunch boxes, I believe, are in that $200 around there. They're not everyday carry. They are best for travel. I did try to use them every day as far as the backpack. Well, both, but the backpack for my laptop, my tablet, like everything I have to do for work, keeping chargers in there and some hand tools, because I have the tool panel as well that I actually helped with. That was one of the designs that I sent them, and then next thing I know, they have the exact same thing for my drawing down, or as the final product. So that one, it's just, I moved into a transit and it was hard to accommodate a backpack of that size. Keep asking for a smaller one and they may answer your prayer there. If you guys see their YouTube channel or their social media, write your suggestions in the comments, or I think there's on their website, you can go to maybe contact us or somewhere there, and they do take tons of feedback through email and stuff like that. So let them know that you want a smaller backpack if you guys think that one's too big. I had to downsize and I bought a different one as my laptop bag. The lunch boxes, again, that's more of a thing that I'm using during the summer when I'm filling it out with ice and a bunch of Gatorades and waters and things like that every day for like small lunch, like a sandwich, chips, and a Coke. I bought like the most super compact one that fits in my backpack. I can put it in my backpack, and that's my lunchbox. So that's another one. It's an everyday carry technically, but I look at it as a summer bag where you need an ice chest on the job site, right? And your lunch fits somewhere in one of them. If you're gonna buy one, I would strongly suggest the LBC 15, only because it's more versatile, has way more storage versus the LBC 10. Now this, I would have gone crazy for this if this came out earlier. The infrared lineup. It's basically a lot of their backpacks upgraded to have more storage, and you get that black and red combination, which when I saw, I don't know if you guys remember, they had a Hvacr edition, Veto backpack, and I don't know what else. And they had the red and black because of Hvacr, right? It was like a collaboration. They worked together. Now they're doing infrared. If you guys are big into black and red, the way I was pitched a couple of these things, like I can see where they kind of got this, like the high vis stuff. I remember at one point they were asking me, and I do have a prototype of high vis on the blackouts, like making it blackout but high vis. This is not high vis, but this reminds me of kind of what they were doing. So this is just a red and black version. And essentially you have the MCT right there on top. And then you have a tech pack on the bottom, which is going to be the backpack. I'm hoping that infrared backpack is going to incorporate their newer design on the backpack, which they do have in this catalog. And I'll go over that when we get to it. Because I think the new backpacks are going to be incredible. So this is the infrared lineup. Like I said, the MCT, the backpack that you guys have seen before, except now, which like myself, I didn't use the outside pockets too much. So now having these meter pouches, these enclosed zipper pouches are going to be very helpful. This on the new backpacks is all going to be Velcro. So you guys can add any patches if you want. I was told at the time that that was not meant to be there, but it came on one of my bags. On one of the bags I was testing, and I slapped my Reliable Velcro patches on there, which some guys were telling me they missed this design, so I might be bringing that back in sticker form, but I do have patches for that. So I was like, that's one thing. Like I said, I was told that was like not supposed to be there. I don't know if they said it was a defect or something. They try to say that it wasn't meant to be there, and obviously it was. And they do say that you can add your own Velcro patch for personalizing it, right? That's a selling point now. So if we continue down here, they have the TP XXL, which is one of my favorites. That looks like it just has these little loops here, which is a really good idea. I do have a bag that they sent me that has that. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but on all these new infrared bags, you're going to have that option. And I will say it is not exclusive, as far as I know, to the infrared lineup. That might just be a new feature that they're going to be adding to a lot of their new bags. And then you got the MB5B, another big favorite. They just released the blackout, and then you're going to have this infrared one. And really all it is they're adding, they're like, all of them have meter pouches on the sides now. So if they already had that, then you're getting what they all get is now the little loops in front. So like the MB5B and the XXL are not going to have anything really different. They're just going to have the loops here. And it looks like they're going to have everything in special ops. See, these are just going to be like high vis, highlighter yellow type of stuff, because these don't have the loops. More special ops. I have this one. I like that one a lot. Here we go. So these are the new wheelers. I absolutely love that they did this. So this is the one that I was talking about, that I was wondering about this patch. So it does have the Velcro patch here. I wanted to make sure that they had it in writing here. So they have padded backpack, or extra premium padded backpack straps that are completely removable. So I know a lot of guys have actually cut them off, and now they are nicer, I will tell you that. And now you can take them off completely. So if you guys are interested in the wheeler, not only for, my whole thing was they were too big. I don't carry that much. I can get away with a Tech Pack MC. That was a backpack that I had. I could fit everything I needed to for installs. So that was perfect for me. I liked the backpack option, and then I quickly got tired of it. I stopped using it as much. I would just rope it up and kind of carry it to where I, worked. I didn't really use the backpack on it too much. So I wasn't using the backpack straps. Now they're removable, and now you have a wheeler, a smaller wheeler. So for somebody like me, I'm getting older. I don't care. I want it easier. So remove the backpack straps entirely for myself. And then it's on wheels. So the best of everything right there in a Tech Pack MC wheeler. That's going to be my go-to for installs, because it's going to have a lot of heavy stuff. It's going to be filled out, and putting it on wheels, and then having that extra storage instead of like where the backpack straps do go. There's a little section for it in the back. That's an open compartment now. If you guys want to throw, like what I was doing on some of these, I think even on the, because they're going to have it in the regular Tech Pack as well. Like in that front area, I don't like to carry like my manifold. I never used it for that. but like extra wiring or, scrap stuff. And you don't get that compartment on the MC. So now that the one in the back, you can have scrap wire or whatever you need, rolls of different things in there, and you can utilize it. Also, you don't have to be putting on and off the backpack straps to get to the back compartment, which was always my thing. Is like I usually put stuff in the back area that I didn't, or that I never used, hardly used, because I hated that whole thing. But now you can take it off and not worry about it. So the good stuff is coming up. We have the SPMC, which, funny enough, another brand that I used to have had the flap that would zip and open downward. Veto never had that. They always had the flap that went up and over. And if you had the pass-through hook, because I use a hook on all my bags when I'm working like in walk-ins and stuff like that. So I always use the hook. I always hang up my bag somewhere and work out of it. The only thing is, with a lot of those bags, like the TP XXL, the TP I used as well. Some of our guys had the TP XL. You had to remember to fold it over and then put the hook through and then hang it up. So if you would hang it up without opening it, you had to bring it down and do that just to get the flap to stay open, right? You can't just hang it up and work out of it. So the flap coming down, I think they're going to start implementing that into other bags as well. But you see it here on the SPMC, and I think that is a really cool one. And they're getting into that modification stuff where everybody modifies and adds bags or like little pouches to the sides of the bags. Now they're selling it to you like that. So you get the drill holster and a tool pouch, basically. So now you can have your drill on the outside in a holster and not just shove it in there. The fan favorite at our company has been the SBLD, which is the one next to it here. And that one, they're not identical. So this SPMC is not going to have that extra pouch in the back that this one has. If you look down here in the corner, like this is where I would put my meter and my drill. So it didn't have to be, I know they show it here on the outside, but I don't like doing that. So this back compartment was really cool for my field piece meter and my impact. That was a big selling feature on that. And then it was open. So instead of fiddling with the flap that, like I said, you had to open first and then let the hook through. This was just open. So that was cool about this one. A lot of our guys really like this one. This one is interesting. If they can make a SBLD version of it, that'd be kind of cool. All it would be is this SBLD with the flap coming down. That's what I would have preferred, but they're starting out with this one, the SPMC. And this one here is more like the SBLD or the TPLC, that kind of size. It's a smaller bag. All you're going to have is this open, or not open, but flap coming down. You got some tool storage in here. You're going to be able to add, I think my dad might really like this one because he's been really into the the MP2X is the ones that we have. So those are grab and goes, but if you can have it built into your bag like this, put your most used screwdrivers on that little tool pouch outside. If you just need to go do a quick call, take out that pouch off on the side, put it in your pocket, and you got like some screwdrivers, wire strippers, whatever it is. And you can do a call because well, both of us have gone into the MPX lineup to do that, but it has to be like a separate set of tools. I'm currently using the MB3 Blackout, so everything is enclosed in there. I don't like taking things out. So this one's really cool because it's kind of like a modified version of some of their smaller bags. It does have the hard bottom base, and it's taking the ideas from everybody doing their own modifications to their bags and making it modular. Ooh, some of you guys are going to be excited for this. So this is a hose hauler Blackout. They've done several things that I can see, and I've had discussions with them. I was actually supposed to get one. If you guys are listening, what happened? But I have the original hose hauler, right? So this guy has been amazing. If you have one, there's differences, but if you have one already, it's perfectly fine. They just made a couple of changes for certain scenarios, but this hose hauler has been amazing. I use it on everything. It holds my vacuum and recovery setup. So in these zippered pouches, which I like that you can divide it, I do have it. One side is like fittings for the vacuum pump and hoses. In the other compartment, I have all my core removal tools. And that way nothing gets lost or jumbled around. This little pouch that they include, I put my micron gauge and some other things in there. And then I got the hoses wrapped up here. I don't use the little dividers. And it's been great. It's super thin. It takes up a little bit of space because it's kind of wide, but like it's super thin. It goes really anywhere in your van. You can kind of squeeze it in there. Now the blackout here, not only does it look cool, but you're going to be able to, I think you have to unzip a certain area. Yeah, so you can tell the zippers on top are the main compartment, and there's some extra zippers here. And it's basically going to expand. So I had a discussion about like, packing mine out, but for the most part, everything fits. And they were like, yeah, we're going to have one that can expand. So if you guys have like the true blue hoses, like I have one true blue hose. I have two 3/8 yellow hoses and 2 3/8 black hoses. So I have like 5 in there, and everything fits perfectly fine. It is a little bit tight, but not too bad. But if you guys need extra room, if you have multiple true blue hoses or any large diameter hoses other than like the 3/8, if you have any bigger ones, this one would be better for you. And a few things, right? So there's a hook for it. So the only thing with hanging it up, like I said, I didn't want things moving around in it. Now they include a strap to hold your hoses. So if you guys want to hang this up and open it, you can work out of it like that. So when you hang it up, you're going to have this strap here to hold all the hoses. This is obviously Velcroed in, if you guys didn't know. And then what they did with the dividers now is they're enclosed pouches basically. So you can still have your extra little sections there, but it's not going to be open. You can close them up. That way, like I said, you open it, nothing falls out. And I like this. I didn't realize this when we talked. They're going to have a zippered access on both sides. So like it's hanging upside down. You got a zipper on that side too now. And this can be for like extension cords or anything else that you guys use. I just use it as a vacuum and recovery bag, and it's been great. And it looks like all those loops that are on the new infrared bags, and I think they're coming in other bags, it's because they have this really unique carabiner here, which I really do enjoy, but you can only, I don't know, there was nothing to put it on. I didn't like putting it on the D-ring. So you can see where you can connect the dots here. The new infrared bags and whatever else comes out with those loops, now they're going to have new different size modular little pouches that you can clip on there. So that's what that's for. I assume there's going to be quite a bit coming out, but that was always my thing. I know they had the OC 140, like the different sizes of the big hard shell cases, and I use those, but they're a little big to clip on. So if you guys are looking for more compact little cases, they're going to have that, which I think is great. And as you can see there, you can add tool pouches to them or whatever you need to. Everything's going to be modular and be able to work with different bags, and pouches work with different things. So now you're going to get the MP3X, and all they're doing is adding pockets with these numbers. So like the previous one stopped at 7, now you get 8. It is a medium sized pouch. I really do enjoy putting this in my pocket. The little flap there is perfect, but you can also put it on your belt with the clip on top. And the MPMX, so a lot of times you have to decipher what these model numbers are. The M has to be for meter. As you can see, there's a big fluke meter right in the middle. I might have to get this one. So my only complaint was I couldn't put a meter in one of those, and it looks like they answered that. So now there's a meter MP pouch. So if you guys want, and I really love this line of tool pouches, specifically because of the belt clip and the back pocket flap, or you can put it in your side pocket. It's just super simple to take a few tools with you. Now you can put a meter in it. That's great. And then some newer versions of things. You have the TP6B Blackout. That's the one that I talked about. It's a basic open pouch tool bag. See, these are the cases they had before. The OC45, OC140, OC170. They were on the bigger side. They came with V-swap panels, and now it looks like they're gonna start making like really small ones. so you can clip to the outside of your bag. So this is the one that I'm particularly biased about. I can't take all the credit in case they're watching. I have no idea if this was already in the works. I've been advocating for a sling style backpack for the longest time. If you guys watch a lot of my old videos, that's how I wore my MB2, MB3, you know, those kinds of bags. And when they came to me, I thought, okay, this is cool. We went through a few iterations on the strap, the flap, the handle. I added the clip to it. You're welcome. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to take this off easily, you know, without knocking my hat over. So we added that little clip, and they did a metal one, which is great. So there's the sling option and the backpack option, which I will have to give a shout out to. If you guys have been on YouTube for a while, HVACR vlogger, also known as Tito Vlogs, you'll know that he's been doing the backpack thing for a long time. And people asked me about it. I don't personally like a backpack on a small bag like that, but he was the one that really kind of showcased that, and everybody went nuts for it. Like, they all modified their MB2s and MB3s to be a backpack. And now it's an official thing from Veto. And then you got your MB5B blackout edition. So everything is going to have a blackout, and then you're going to have that infrared now to look out for. And this is one of those that I did not know about outright, but I had conversations with them about a rolling tool bag. So this is the TRLC. So I had a bag, if you didn't, I think it's still up. It was a Hvacr bag. I really liked it because it was like modular. I don't know if this one's going to be, I'll read it right now. It was modular because the pouches would come on and off with Velcro, and there was a couple of versions you could get or order, and then it would roll up. It would have a shoulder strap, and it was really cool. I liked it for automotive stuff when I would work on my car a lot, you know, things like that, because it can hold obviously the open-ended wrenches and socket sets and, you know, all this stuff. I did make it into a maintenance bag at one point, and then I had it as my backup tool bag that was always in the car, you know, stuff like that. I had a lot of wrenches in it, and then some hand tools and whatnot. So really cool seeing it now, because I had conversations with them, and they're like, what do you use it for? What do you like about it? And then what if we made one? So little did I know that they had one coming out this year. So of course they made it just like I thought it is, and they advertise it for like roadside repairs or job sites where you need it. But it's gonna have 5 removable pouches. So you got the 2 big ones, and the ones in the middle look like little zipper pouches. Looks like these are what are on the bag. So you can see one can hold like wrenches. The other one has for sockets. That's really cool. So you can put all your individual socket sizes and then the wrenches inside. Yeah, it's kind of neat. So then you got those, and then these are the little bags inside. Like I said, if you want to put some hand tools, some pliers, or Allen key sets, you know, you can put them in there. But it was helpful for like what they say, like a roadside bag, or you're working on your car, you know, stuff like that. Veto is just taking over every aspect of your life now. As soon as March starts, go and check out Veto on their website, check out their website. They're going to have it plastered on the homepage. That is the best time to buy, because you can buy one and get one free. A lot of the times it's like a really good bag if you spend over like $300, and if you spend anywhere from 100 to 200, you get like a small tool pouch. So like either way you go about it, you get a free bag. It's the best bang for your buck. That is their spring promo, and it usually goes from March to the end of May. If you guys are interested, also I do have a podcast channel. Just gonna do some self-promotion for a minute. If you guys are interested in podcast, you know, hearing stories, I had Roger, who is a founder of Veto Pro Pac, on an early episode. So it's when I was live streaming. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave the link down below. I've re-uploaded it to the new podcast channel. It used to be on this channel. And if you guys are interested in hearing Roger, you know, what got him started making tool bags, why or what the market looked like back then when he started, because Veto's been around a very long time. I always forget, but it had to have been like 20 years. So they've been around for a while. He made everything by hand. He tested everything. He got others to test in the early stages. He pitched it, really cool stuff. And then he talks about how he got into the trade and what he does, which is more of the carpentry, construction type of work. He talks about all of that and working on boats, I believe. Yeah, everything's down below. Check out that video with Roger. Like I said, it was when I live streamed, so there was some technical difficulties, but the story was great, so go check it out.